Welcome back, everybody, to yet another show here on the O'Shea Duke Jackson main channel. I am your host, O'Shea Duke Jackson. For those of you who have been waiting, I apologize for that, but we're glad to have you here. Go ahead and hit the like button on the video as you're coming in. We definitely appreciate you. For those people who are watching the restream, I definitely want to welcome you to the show. Today, we got a very powerful brother that's coming on to share with us, who's doing some great things in the greater New York City area. He's doing some amazing things, some things that, you know what I mean, people talk about doing, but the brother is actually doing it himself. You've had many people go visit, his particular schools and what he's doing in the community there in Brooklyn. And hats off to the brother. He was nice enough to come over and speak to us today, to the community, to this particular community, which is a little bit different than what he has. And that is, should Black people be educating their own children? So I want to present to some and introduce to others a very powerful brother out of Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York area, the brother QueButter. Thank you for coming on, brother. How you doing today?
What's good? What's good, family? How you?
Well, I'm doing good. And once again, thank you for coming on and building with us on this particular topic. Kind of let everybody know, who you are and what your YouTube channel is about.
Well, my name QueButter. I'm about Black empowerment. My YouTube channel, I'm developing it. I got a lot of different things on there, but you'll see an assortment of videos that's catered towards Black people empowering themselves. I have videos on, do-it-yourself credit repair. I'm also a musician. I got music videos up there. Go check that out. Educational videos. I got a lot of videos where I'm calling out people and just, regular stuff. I'm trying not to get too much into the trending topics. I think I might have to start doing some trending topics, with my thoughts on Kanye West, my thoughts on Avengers movies or something like that. But typically I just keep it towards Black empowerment.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw your music videos, man. I was kind of shocked, man. You doing your thing, man. You got bars on these niggas, man. So I'm by the CD, bro. I'm gonna come, I'm coming to cop that. But this topic right here, man, and that is, should Black people be educating their own children? Tell the people what you're doing right now in Brownsville, New York, with your project.
Well, we created an educational facility. It's a nonprofit organization. We offer an assortment of, or rather an array of educational programs. We have financial literacy. We partner with Carver Bank. We offer credit repair. I teach credit repair, teach people how to do it themselves. We have a homeschooling program. We just offered that. We just started doing that full time. We have a youth enrichment program. We do self-defense on Saturday. We do science on Sundays. That's the name of the program on Sundays, but we have it on pause right now. We have youth enrichment in the afternoon classes, afternoon from 4 to 7 p.m. And whatever else we can offer, we're trying to expand the programs going forward. Right now, my energy is super tied up into the homeschooling program. Like that's my baby right there. Pretty much.
Let me first of all congratulate you on all the things that you've done. I talked to George. He's actually been there to see you in Brooklyn. I know Prophet of Thought series came down and checked you out. So everybody know that you're being legit with the stuff that you're offering. But let's talk about this homeschooling project. What made you want to get into the homeschooling of Black and African American children?
Well, it's a beginning step. With my own children, I never saw them going to regular school, being taught by people I consider to be enemies, people that I don't consider to have our best interests at hand. And so, for me, it was like natural, like I got to educate my own children. And when I kind of, really my first son got of age around like 2014, 15, like when we really started going really hard with it. I also started doing community events in Brooklyn, and I started linking up with other parents who were, homeschooling themselves and with their children. And so, for me, I'm really community oriented. So when I got the space where, I have 2 music studios, and the space where I have the music studios, the landlord offered me upstairs. And so I was like, I could cut this in half and kind of build a little space for this and turn this into an educational platform. And that's pretty much what I did. I cut it in half, put up the wall. and it doesn't stop growing. Till today, we got somebody that's giving us like donating a large amount of furniture for the space, and we extended it to another portion where we have a science lab. We have a wavy. I'll go on my phone and show y'all. So we have a wavy science lab, and the other side is like a photo studio. I'm sitting on like a little broadcast station. But ultimately, what inspired me to do the homeschooling part is the fact that we need it. We need our own schools. We need our own educational systems. Our children need to see Black people vested into education. They need to see that it's aligned with entrepreneurial skills. It's aligned with the understanding that we need to be entrepreneurial. It's aligned with our banks. It's aligned with our political motives. It's aligned with everything that makes our community what it is. Right now, our community is largely disenfranchised. And so, to me, if you want to develop those children who are, acclimated to political warfare, acclimated to community development and empowerment, they have to be taught that through their own people. You're not going to be able to find a white person that's going to teach a Black child that they should be about Black empowerment.
Say that again, just in case.
You're not going to find. Hello.
Yeah, say that again. You just hit something on the head. Say that again.
You're not going to find a white person that's going to teach a Black child about white, you're not going to find a white person to teach a Black child about Black empowerment. No, that's just, not what you're going to find. You're not going to teach them to know about their own ancestry, about their history, and to embrace it with a level of love and honor that they live just through their consistent actions. They need to see that through a Black person, so that to me is the core of being about homeschooling.
Let me ask you this, because you make a very good point. I want to just take you back to what you said previously. You had 2 studios, and then you had some space. You get the idea to, okay, let me just kind of cut this in half and start here. A lot of Black people would look at that and say, man, that's starting small. I need a bigger space. I need that. But you said, no, I want to do this right here. Why did you take the initiative to start small right where you were at?
I'm an entrepreneur. Any entrepreneur will tell you honestly, no matter how you look at it, you start small. Some people dream big, but reality, most businesses have started small. Walmart's like the biggest corporation in the world, and it started small. Virgin Records started small. Bad Boy Records started small. You can name them all. Most of them start small, and if they don't, unless you're some Fortune 500 business, starting off with some large amount of capital and credit and tons of resources are readily available to you, it should be in your best, opinion and interest to start small. So for me, this is the location I got in New York because of gentrification. Rent is extremely high, and so getting locations or a space to do things, that's not the easiest thing to acquire. And so if you do, and if you can afford it and do it, do it. And I can semi afford it. I could do it. It's a struggle. I do it. Like there's no Black owned institutions in New York City. Like there's daycares, but there's no one that could say like they provide educational programs. And to the effect that like I've envisioned, not to say like that, but that's just the reality of it in New York and across the country. We have had people that sold us some ideas, but there's very few people that have actually been able to build institutions that's, sheerly by their own hands and by the hands of Black people. Shout out to Marcus Klein, Baba Amin, the Huru Academy, different brothers who have been able to, accomplish these things. And we need to support these brothers and highlight the fact that there are people who are doing it and support them, because the resources are very much limited. And the reality is that, it's not something that's ultimately supported by the country. They don't want to see, the country does not want to see Black empowerment. Europeans and white people, they know what Black empowerment means. And so we have to make that a priority.
Let me ask you this. I totally agree with what you're saying about starting small. But a lot of us in our community, African American, we have a hard time building something up, in which case a lot of people can't do what you're doing because you see the vision. You're a visionary. If I start small, I'll get it up. I'll be able to do this. Why do you think African Americans have a hard time with having the mindset that you do?
I don't think we do. I think it's just being undersold. You know what I mean? Look at your platform. Look at other platforms. They all start small. They build up. And sometimes we just got to ruffle the feathers, get people used to seeing different, you know, like we've been taught to be and conditioned to be a certain way. And so we just have to understand that and come with a level of consistent love and understanding that, like, that this is what's going to come about. People are going to be hateful. People are going to have a disdain for you. People are not going to understand. People are not going to support. But that comes with any business. Any business you do, you're going to get that. So you should already know that and be already motivated to go against that and see past that. So that's for me. That's you know, that's how I was taught. That's what I know. And so I'm going to bring that with the school part. Some of us don't have that even understanding or vision to understand that we do need our own education system. Some people are so caught up in you know, the view of whomever you want to say. They're caught up in that view and they don't even have the understanding that, again, we need to educate our own, and the fruits that will come about from it are beyond, you know, just saying that you got a degree. You know, it's way past that. You know, for me as an entrepreneur, I know that, you know, when I started the GED program, it was one of the first programs I started. It was intertwined with my music studio, where a lot of the people that were coming to my studio needed their GED. And I saw a direct connection where these individuals, my brothers in the street largely, if they don't complete high school, and not about high school, but if they don't have this diploma, they're more than likely not going to make more than $25,000 a year. Okay. And they're not going to make that amount of money for more than 3 to 5 years consecutively. And this is the reality for more than 150,000 Black men in Brooklyn. And so it's tied together where my studio, which is largely, I have 99.9% Black clients. And if they don't finish school, they're most likely, they're going to either be selling drugs or doing different things in the street to get their money, versus saying, like, I can go on and get some different form of employment. And so it's it's aligned with my business. You know, my clients make more money. It makes my business stronger, you know? And so to me, we should see that in every aspect of our community with education. But I think because the disenfranchisement between entrepreneurship and the working class in America, especially for Black people, you know, is so, you know, it's separated. Like, I'm a worker, I'm an entrepreneur, and the Black community, you know, through integration, all these different things, we really lost that. And that comes back full circle when you homeschool, because you got your child around. The child got to see you make money. They got to see you go through your bills. They got to see you be successful. They got to see you be struggle. They have to see all of these things. And that encourages you to be better because you're directly showing it to them. And that encourages the culture to develop itself, in my opinion, you know.
No, very well said. I couldn't say it better than that. Guys, we got 165 people watching right now. We have the QueButter YouTube channel on tonight. Do me a favor and like the video. Our brother's YouTube channel is in the description. I know Doug is already putting his YouTube channel out there. Our brothers get a little bit more active on YouTube. So do me a favor. Let's subscribe to one of our brothers. He's out here doing a really, really great job. As you can see, he's super intelligent, super bright, you know, as most of our Black men are. So let's go ahead and support the brother and what he's talking about today and subscribe to his channel. But let me ask you, his brother QueButter, homeschooling. I don't know if do you have a background in any kind of education as far as schooling and stuff like that? Kind of, you know, I mean, I know you had the GED program, but did you have this homeschool before you had the GED program, or did you have the GED program before the homeschooling?
Well, I've been in education for a little while, or just in the thought process of pursuing education as a systematic thing. When I was in college, although I did drop out of college, I did go to school for astronomy, astrophysics. I dropped out of college at like 90 credit, like almost 100 credits to, you know, focus on my business. During that time, I was involved in programs. I helped create and run a program at Brooklyn College, music program for children. I helped I helped run and facilitate programs at Mega Evers. And during the whole time, my whole focus was like, I could do this better. You know, for me, now I'm very entrepreneurial and very, you know, much driven. And so I thought I could do it better. And my last job was 10 years ago. Okay. I had a contractual work, but my last job was about 10 years ago. And when I was relieved of my work, the person who I was working for said, you know, you should start your own program. You should do this yourself. And I looked at the white man. I was like, all right, I got you. And, you know, 10 years later, I have my own space. We have over almost 20 children weekly enrolled into the program. We have almost 50 people involved into it overall, meaning children that's involved. I personally helped almost over 500 people with their credit. Like, you can go on the website right now, sign up and get tons of credit repair information for free. Like, my whole thought process is systematical. Right now, there's 2 music sessions going on below me. The institute is right there. We have the only Black lab. It's small, but I can say I have a lab. And in the next, this is only 6 months old, the lab part, you know, and it guaranteed in the next year to 2, it's going to be a full lab with multiple facilities in it. Like I said, we got a big donation of furniture coming in, educational furniture. So we got new tables. I don't even have the space for the tables. So I'm going to be putting this in my shed. And then once we get the time to, you know, relocate and get a bigger space, we already have at least 4 to 5 rooms worth of materials, almost 6 rooms worth of materials from computer labs and different things like that.
Can you guys hear me still? Seems like he froze.
So
you good?
Yo.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, you got cut off a little bit. What about the computer lab? The lab again?
Oh yeah, now right now we got almost 15 computers. No, we have 15 computers in our computer lab. Like this is 2 years in. Like, we have, like, you know, we got almost $20,000 in donations, and you can walk into the room and $20,000 in donations. And so I'm really proud of it. Like, to have this only space, like, it's ours. Like, you wanted to do a class right now, you can come in here and do a class. Like, someone wanted to teach, you know, there's something when people ask curriculums, it'd be funny. Like, for instance, people ask me about the curriculum, and I would like, do you know your curriculum? Like, you should know engage.org. That's the curriculum in New York. You should have an understanding of the core curriculum. Like, I personally rewrote, and I got the video. Like, if I own my internet site, but I go in on our curriculum. Like, I don't play with this stuff. Like, I love this. Is about right now. My decision is about how far I can go with making it free. Okay. You know, and how far we can go with actually creating a platform of our own, by our own hands, to deliver this information. Like, I designed the website. If you go on the website, I wrote it. So if you see a typo, that's my fault. I made a mistake, you know, but the website, I mean, like, I'm adding all of this stuff. And so, like, people be like, yo, the curriculum, like, the children, like, if you go on my page, you can see I have, my son is 7 years old and my oldest one is 9. My 7-year-old is already got almost 20 hours desoldering. They know electricity. They know about basic circuits. My 9-year-old makes remote control cars from scratch. Like, they're already going to be learning about, you know, I can go in with what they're going to be learning. Arduino. I'm teaching the children Arduino, STEM programming. When they say STEM programming, they're not even showing Black kids real STEM programming. They're lying and gobbling up the money and stuff. They're not even giving kids real STEM and showing them how the true capabilities of understanding STEM. And that's because, again, like I said, our education system is not tied to our businesses. And so the businesses aren't going to the schools and saying, we need these type of people. We need you to teach these kids this so they can come work for us so we can make more money. The businesses are just waiting for whoever enters the workforce and saying, we're going to take whatever we can get. There's a disalignment, and it's supposed to be there. And that's what's hurting the Black banks. You know, just last year, there was 19 Black banks. It's down to 17 Black banks. And when I discuss anything with the banks, I'm like, look, y'all need to support education. Y'all need to support STEM education and really focus on being able to empower these programs that are offering this, and make sure that they're doing it and not playing with your money. And a lot of times what's going in the Black community, because we're not vested into the education system, you'll have people take advantage of the money that's supposed to be going there versus that, you know, and we're seeing that a lot right now in Brooklyn. There was $30 million, I believe, given by the Brooklyn president. And that money went to STEM, and it's all over the place. And because we don't understand what STEM really is supposed to be about, it gets chopped up in different ways. So when they come to my program, they're like, wow, you got the kids doing this. Who wrote your curriculum? I'm like, I wrote my curriculum. Who paid you for it? Nobody paid you. It's Black power, baby. Like, we got to do this. And then, you know, the pudding is always the best looking when it's, you know, when it's the proof.
Let me do this real quick. Shout out to Rock and Roll Dina. Great topic. O'Shea. I plan to homeschool when I have kids. Thank you, Nicholas Duck, for the $1 super chat. Let's get 16 more people to like the video. Again, we're here with a very powerful brother today. 16 more will take us to 100 likes. Let me ask you this, brother. How do you obviously you had some very good skill sets that you have acquired from, you said, like Medgar Evers College and Brooklyn College previously, so you were able to take those skills and put it into this homeschooling thing you have. How does one devise a curriculum? Like, how do you know where to start and what to put in to implement it from scratch?
Well, emulation is like the best tool, you know, and art is always typically founded on emulation and emulating something else. So it's as simple as, like, for example, I'm doing an earth science curriculum, and I give this in 2 points. So when I first started the earth science curriculum, it people like, yo, make it African centered. I'm like, it's African centered because it's a person that's Black teaching it, and you're conscientious of what they're supposed to know. So one, you keep with the basics and you follow the basics and you align up your materials. So most of these courses that we have, and that's the beauty. A lot of people don't like the core curriculum, but for me, the core curriculum is a layout that people should use. A lot of people have what their real issue is with the standardized testing. And so I'll go into that in the third part. So the first thing you should do is either look up the materials that you actually want to cover, and you should know the amount of materials that you're required to cover in your state. So for federally, it's 900 hours that a child is supposed to have in educational time. In most cities, they get about 1,000 hours of educational time. And then from there, you break it down over 12 years. The first 6 years is elementary school. They're supposed to receive at least 12 subjects, and they're supposed to receive approximately like a minimum of about 750 to 1,000 hours of certain subjects. And you just break it up into that time. So Montessori schools break it up into different packets for the child. Public schools, they break it up into different points where some states require that you have it up to 4th grade where you get tested. Some states start at 3rd grade. So I would first look at what your requirements are and then break down your curriculum. So for me in New York, one of the 2 main tests in science, because I'm very much into science, is earth science and living environment. Those 2 tests right there, if the children are properly taught that suffice to be able to teach them how to, handle reading. It teaches them basics of education, like in the sense of what's going on in the world, their basic body, their understanding and different things of that nature. And it prepares them for standardized tests. Then from there, you can start to remove the white racist tools that were put into the sciences that make a lot of people have a distaste for it. So for example, like my children right now, they're past the, like, I'll go on the phone and show you what they're doing. And I want to see how many people in the chat room can answer all these like questions. Like I think my 6-year-old, the youngest is a 6-year-old in the program, and they all can answer the questions. And it's like up to 20 questions right now. And I do a test style and different styles, but you have the right to come up how you want to do it, depending on how much you're aligned with the state and so on and so forth. So for me, like I said, I have a heavy focus on, I went to school for astronomy. So of course I push astronomy. Our curriculum is shaped around that, where the children receive almost 1,000 hours in different subjects each year, each core subject. So you have social studies, you have science, mathematics, ELA. Those are the core main subjects. After that, you have additional subjects that you can base them around. You have art, recreation, different things. But if you do 3 hours a day, 6 hours a day, every day, you meet the requirement. So it's a matter of how you want to shape your curriculum into days, into hours. So if you do a 1-hour class a day to 2-hour class a day once a week over a 10-month period, that's approximately like 40 classes, 36 to 40 classes. So you can shape your curriculum. And I tell people, figure out the time frame first and whatever your subject is, and then you can line up what you want to do in your curriculum. So I'm using earth science as one. In earth science, I have about 32 subjects. So that lays out to either about 40 different classes. We can go into, a lot of people just like to go into like African studies and different stuff first. But for me, I like I said, I'm science oriented. In social studies, I go in with social studies. If you don't know the main subjects, you just look up the main subjects in them. And then from there, you can actually understand how to break them up. Which kind of brings me to the other part. And so we can't really protect ourselves in the sciences if we actually don't really delve into them and understand them on a deeper level. And so just right now, I'm actually working with a school, Camper in Brooklyn, one school. And they're having a problem. Not their challenge right now is to get their children to pass the earth science curriculum, earth science regents. In New York, our standardized test is called the regents. And so let me know if I'm going off too much. I can go in with education. Like,
no, man, you're doing you're gonna do a great job. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
All right. So the standardized test in New York is regents. So any parent in your state, if you want to make sure that you're doing it up to par, you should look up your state standardized test. For me, this is why I like the core curriculum, because it kind of forced all of the states to have some form of unison within the curriculum. So all the children have to learn a level of earth science. They have to learn a level of anatomy and physiology. They have to learn, of course, life sciences, and life sciences include biology and chemistry and some of the basic elements of biological sciences, past biology. Well, you could just say biology. And astronomy, I said astronomy, you got earth science, and you got basic physics. And all of these different things have components that you can get from standardized tests. So what I did was I took 5 different standardized tests, which is public. Like I can go in, like it depends on how much you want me to go in. I can go in, like I can show you where to get the standardized tests. And what I did is I just reorganized the standardized test by subject. And so I took 5 different years of earth science tests and took out, it's funny, a sister was saying how the tests aren't the same. And I'm like, and the information has increased or decreased. In certain sciences, it hasn't. But you can go on and download on the certain GED websites. The GED was started in 1941. You can get the GED test from 1941 all the way up to 2018. And you can take any one of those tests and reorganize them. And so right now I've been going in. I'm like, I just told you in the back room, like I need help with biology. I'm not a biology man. I'm an earth science, astronomy, and physics majors. That's my background in engineering. I'm not into the biological sciences. My sister will, finish school in biology. However, my tenacity is going to force me to learn it. And so I don't want my computer to crash, but I can show it to y'all while we on here. Let me see.
Okay. If you want to do so, yeah, go ahead. If not, I don't want your computer to crash either, but.
Yeah, my internet been acting funny, but let me see. Just did some Muppetness.
And let me shout out to Doug. Thanks, O'Shea Q. I'm proud of you, brothers and sisters. Check out the website, support and donate. XY, is it, how do you say it? Zyx is phenomenal. He will literally help you repay your credit for free. So shout out to the brother. I'm going to drop a donation over there too. I'm trying to do it right now while I'm on the damn show, but they ain't messing with me. The white man is trying to hold me back, brother.
Nah, that go.
So guys, do me a favor. I'm gonna put the brothers' PayPal in here. Also, for those people who want to support again what the brother is doing. George has been down there. Prophet of Thought series has been down there. The brother is definitely well spoken for. So to support what he has going, don't just GoFundMe. Let me do this real quick. That's there, and he's raised almost like I don't know, like damn near $20,000, right?
Yeah, man. I go on the phone. I love showing off the donations because people be like, sometimes a lot of us get disheartened because they see the money. Like we have so many churches in our community where the money just got wasted, and you see it in the cars. Yeah, people had ideas of building schools and different stuff. So like, I like people seeing like, you donate here, you immediately see somebody doing it. Like, there's a white dude who donated the furniture, and he said he only wants to donate to us because he actually saw Black kids using the tables. And I'm like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Like I put it to use, like everything. If you can't donate, you could always share the information. You can come by. We got Google Hangouts. Like, I don't know if you see what's on my screen right now.
Let me I see it now.
Yeah, we got Google Hangouts. I need help doing it. Like people question me with my stuff, and I'm like, before you question me, ask me if you can offer help. You know what I mean? I'll gladly show you. So this is one folder inside of our curriculums. Shout out to Sister Isis, but Brother Damo helped me create this, Brother Sean. But yeah, so this is Google Docs. I can share this with y'all. I'm just gonna go into science, and hopefully it don't work too slow. But yeah, this is like, let me show you. I have an OCD when it comes to organization. So this is our lessons right here. This is actually my notes from teaching the class. My handwriting is always the best, but this is organized. This is what we can do right now. Like with the internet, this is the tools we have. It doesn't take that long to do it. It just takes dedication, and you can create this. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to be able to administer this on the website for pretty much for free. That's my goal, to give this for free. I have the videos. I'm shooting videos for every one of these subjects, and I have the lesson plans that go with each one, worksheets. Like, yeah, it goes in. So I got different.
Hold on a second. The internet's a little bit. Let me get back to the regular screen, because I just was doing a donation myself for you. But hold on a second. Let me kind of get back to the main screen, brother. All right, can you guys hear him clearly? Can you guys hear him clearly? I think they're having a little bit of issue hearing you.
You hear me?
It's a little bit of fuzz in the background. Let me see what's going on. He said he has a lot of static. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I had to switch to the phone. I knew that was going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. But
let me adjust your mic on this one, bro, so we can kind of hear you a little bit louder. But all right, let me do this. Oh shit. Oh, did I? Yo, come back, man. Yo, he left. Oh, he has too many tabs open. Okay, Q, when you come back, man. Too many tabs open, too many tabs, player. Let me do this real quick. Let me shout out to my brother, the white man that's holding us back. I support the Q Institution on PayPal, an institution that supports science heavily. We need more of these instead of 10 churches per block.
Yo,
okay.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yo, every time I be trying to present, I don't know, I gotta level up my computer, saying. I got a good Mac, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I gotta level it up.
All right, let me go ahead and turn your mic up. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, King. Am I clear on the screen?
Yeah, you're good.
Let's see. But yeah, like, I can go in with the why do you switch this around? Damn, I don't know if y'all can see it now. I don't want to do it like this on the phone. That's mad corny. You hear me?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, so I got all of these different stuff. I got my notes. I got all the videos of me teaching the classes. So, like, I wish somebody would question me on, like, I love it because when people do it, so just to give them, I have almost, I think, 6 different principals on my advisory board. I have almost, I think, 10 different teachers on my advisory board. So I'm not by myself. Like,
right.
Everybody, me in the community for education. I have a strong support. I went to 3 different colleges for support for our engineering program. They can't help me. Literally, I went to their schools. They can't do what I want. And so I got to do it myself. I'm like, yeah, you'll see me every Saturday. I practice with my sons and catch up with what we need to learn for engineering. Because the Black community, we have a lot to do. We're catching up, and we have a lot of catching up to do. And until we have the yeah, I knew somebody was going to call me. Until we have the systems available to do it, we won't be able to go to anybody else. So it's going to start small. It's going to start at home. Damn, I like it enough. And it's going to start like this. Let me see. Told you I like to show up what the people get. So, like, yeah, we got the Black Lab right there, baby. You see that right there? You want to school for medicine, bro. Come on now. Look, I know it looked a little makeshift, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the glove box, bro. You know, we got to wave this up, but we're going to be growing the biological specimens in there, petri dishes and all that good stuff.
Okay.
You know, got the veterinarian level microscope 2500. You know what I'm saying? We got
okay.
We go in with this. Oh, hold up. We got bugs for galore. You know what I mean? All types of bugs, microscopes. Like, you ain't never.
I see you got Bunsen burners too, man.
Yeah, I try not to go in with the chemistry. Once we get the new location, I'm going to build a crazy chemistry lab with the fumes. But there's the engineering side. There's nothing equivalent to this. And this is small.
Yeah, it looks nice though, bro.
And there's nothing equivalent to this. I went to the colleges. I'm like, nah, our babies is already doing this stuff. Look, I said the remote control cars, they made these from
He froze up. Damn, the white man got his foot on our neck.
Scratch. Hello?
Yeah, it was the white man, brother. He didn't want you to drop all his knowledge, brother. He had slowed you down, brother.
That's crazy. It happens. It's all good. Can't stop progress. Stop progress. I don't know if you can see my light in here. I gotta redo the lights and shit. But this the classroom. You know what I mean? Black right now. I mean, and I don't live here. I live in East New York, Canarsie. Look, them new questions that the new ladies is asking. So you ask about the curriculum, and I'm focusing on this. So it's not just like science. They can read these questions.
Okay.
They can research these questions. They watch videos on these questions. They know how to spell them. So they know what's the composition of the atmosphere. They know what's the what's the structure of the earth. What's the layers of the earth. They know how to read those questions. They know all the different parts and the safety. So they're getting a solid education. And I would inspire it. And that's why I always got my gold teeth on. Because like a lot of people be like, yo, you got to do the suit. And I'm like, I ain't want no damn suit, man. Like, we just got to put this work in. As long as you put in work, you do what you do. You know what I mean? And swag on them as much as possible.
Let me ask you about that also, because people will say, like, okay, because you got the gold teeth on, and you know what I'm saying, you look like you have you are a rapper, and you do like a rapper, right? But when you start like talking and stuff like that, it's like, damn, he don't look like how I thought he was sound. Do it kind of freak people out a little bit, like that you actually are an educator, but you got gold teeth?
I love it. You know what I mean? Because it levels the playing ground. So like, it really levels the playing ground. I'm at the school I was telling you about. I'm dealing with the brother, and it's hilarious. It's not to say hilarious, but the teacher that they have teaching earth science can't come up with a curriculum. So I came there to discuss engineering program with the principal, and he was telling me the challenge that they have with getting the children to pass this earth science curriculum. And I got my gold teeth on, my hat to the back, and that's how I move. You know what I mean? So like, in minutes, I was already coming up with it, and that's what really. Hello, my bad.
Yeah. So
that's what really pushed me to change up how I saw to do my curriculum. Because I was like, you know what? If I infuse it with the standardized test, and it's easy to prep the children for the test. And I have other tools that I use. We use IXL. We pay for 50 slots with IXL. One of my goals in the near future is to raise up funding to build our own IXL. So we don't have to use a white man's IXL. We have our own black IXL, literally straight like that. We want an IXL, damn near the same shit. I just wanted to be owned by a black person. Every picture on it is black. Every name is black. And we put videos of black people on it. But if you homeschool and you on this program, I will hit you off with an IXL link. You can go, I'll give you links to my curriculum, links to videos that shot, and your children can link in. Or this week, I'm going to be using, God, that's my focus, to figure out how to get I got to get all the children emails and all of the parents linked up around the country so that way they can all Google Hangouts the classes. It's kind of hard going back and forth between California. So I do my lectures starting at like 11 o'clock, between 10:30 and 11 o'clock with the kids so I can keep the California kids involved. But, got to make it do how I do.
Let me ask you about this. And shout out to Candace Hamilton with the 1999 super chat. When you're first trying to get people to support what you're doing in our community, and you're doing, obviously people can look at what you have. I know Georgia's seen this personally. I know Prophet of Thought came from North Carolina. They came out and checked you out. And it's obvious that you're doing a good job. It's obvious that you're helping the people. But how hard was it to get the support of our people, even though you're doing a really good thing? You're not being corrupt with none of the things that you're doing, and you're helping the people. How hard? How do you deal with our people when they should be supporting and they don't?
I've been in business for a while. This is my 11th year in business with a music studio. My studio's a staple in Brooklyn. A lot of people recorded and been through my studio, and so the music industry is really shitty. It's really unsupportive. Like you'll have people around you every day, and unless they got not to say unless there's an opportunity to fight, and even those times you'll be by yourself. You're really just by yourself. And so for me, the conscious community it's not like that. Ever since I got really involved in the conscious community, the level of support is tremendous. Like I don't get nothing, but that's why I kind of get mad when people talk about the conscious community. I just had a son 3 weeks ago, and I haven't even my mom's hasn't even been able to buy anything for him. Like soon as people saw the pictures, the level of love is just beyond what I mean? The institute, people support, people donate. Like I could easily say we should have more money, but for me, I'm like, yo, I've been in business 11 years. Nobody's donated nothing to me in business. Nobody's gave me shit. Since I started the school, a brother Nicholas gave me some pianos. A brother gave me a camera. People walked by and gave me $100 in their hand. Like, I don't really have that. I have so many sisters who love and support me. I come from a background of support. Like, my moms and my father love me. They support me. My sisters, I don't have that vision. To me, the community, once I really embrace this fully and my community push, I get nothing but love. The sister who owns the building is a Black sister. Her husband pulled me here in my music. He didn't pull me here for the community stuff. He knew I was doing the community events. He pulled me here for my music studios and say, yo, you rent my basements for your music studio. And then he had a photo studio. He gave up on it and said, look, if you want it, you can take upstairs. I don't make no money upstairs. My music studio spend all the money for upstairs comes from my music studios. It's $18,000 a year just for this floor. That's for my music studios. And so I'm it's a dedication, it's a push, but you know what I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Let me just do this real quick. Guys, thank you for the support. Let me shout out to Tony Davis, Black Excellence. Thank you. Brother St. Everest, he says Black men should educate their Black sons like the Jewish Black women can't. I won't read that part. Hotep got 700 subs. All right, let me do this, and let me ask you this, bro. What are your plans? Because I know that there have been people who try to raise funds for different schools and different projects, and obviously you're more further along than some other people. But what are your plans in the next 5 to 10 years with this project that you're doing right now?
To stay open. That's my plan, to stay open, stay alive, keep the doors open, keep building. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes we forget, not saying you, but we're at war. You know what I mean? Like, I have several friends that's on the political, Black identity watch list. I tell everybody who talks to me, like, yo, the feds watch me. Like, let's not get it twisted. They know, like, there's a reality we're in. The expenses are there. People's support levels go up and down. You just can't say what's what. I could do an interview with you today and have a million resources, different types of resources tomorrow. So for me, I tell everybody, I keep a level of fluidity in my plans and openness to the different resources that's going to be coming to me in the near future. And so, like I said, I did a video about Umar Johnson yesterday. An hour later, that the dude calls me up and says, I got a whole bunch of new furniture for you. I go down there and see it. It's enough to make 3 more classrooms worth of stuff. Like, I just need some chairs, and I literally got 3 more classrooms worth of stuff that I can fit more people into. It's my first year going full-time. Last year we had 3 kids. This year we got 15 kids. I'm doing it for free. The parents chip in what they can, and I'm just telling myself it's gonna work. Got to make it work.
Right.
I had to call out today. I was so tired. I had to tell the parents, like, I can't come in today, y'all. I gotta figure this. I gotta catch. It's 2 different worlds. It's a music studio and it's a class. It's just 2 different worlds. If you know the music industry, one ends at 5 in the morning, one starts at 7 in the morning. So it's just 2 different worlds, and it's like making them work and just keeping my eyes on the ball, understanding like the game of not-for-profits. Focus on soliciting contracts, updating the website, updating the material so that way people can actually come to it. They want to support it, they want to solicit it, creating different products that they can work with. All of these different things you work with in time. Like I was working with Carver Bank as I was part of the Black Bank Initiative. They just put me on they gave me their first little grant. It was only $500. They gave me a $500 grant. I walked into the bank a week or 2 ago. The lady's like, look, we want to give you $500 every month. Every month, every 30 days to 60 days, we want to try to give you $500, and we want to push it up to $1,000. I have a sister trying to work on a deal with Wendy's, doing a major contribution in some way, or not Wendy's, some restaurant in California, so up to the equivalent. We it's just pushing it. You might have somebody that has a resource in Alabama that says, "Look, I got a whole church I can let you use in Alabama. I'm gonna use it." It might be some. I was in Compton, and there was different spaces I was trying to look into. This show might bring me access to somebody in Compton. Like, we have to be realistic. Like, we have it in the Black community, but we don't have it like that. So I'm open to whatever resource. You were just talking about the movement you're making in Africa. Somebody might watch this show and be like, "Yo, Q, I got a whole space for you. Can you help me build this up in Africa?" Yes, I can help you build it up in Africa. Q, I'm in Haiti. Can you do something in Haiti? Yes. I'm buying an ultrasound in a couple months. Like, I'm building a little mini clinic. Like, it's not hard to build a mini clinic. Like, the stuff that's on Amazon and eBay, like, don't let me get the real bag. A real baby incubator is 13,000. You know what I mean? Like, an MRI machine is like, I think 200,000. Like, we could just, it's all about the bread and what you want to do with it, and the opportunities that you get and what you do with those opportunities. So, like, I'm not cutting myself short with them. I know there's going to be a lot of different things that's going to come to my fruition. And so I just have to keep positive and just keep pushing forward. Who knows what Monday morning is going to bring. So I'm an entrepreneur. When I hear people that have jobs, be depressed on Monday. Like, I look forward to Monday, like Monday morning. And I'm going to be doing 7 hours of free education to kids, doing studio time, trying to get people to buy shirts, soliciting nonprofit contracts, soliciting donations. Like, it's the push. So who knows what comes? It might be a huge donor that jumps out the window. Somebody may say, "We got a school for you, Q, that they take over this one." Who knows?
Well, man, we definitely gotta support, because a lot of people, man, talk about we need to do this and we need to do that, but to be able to do it, you know what I'm saying? Because the one thing I like about people like you is, and it's not to even take a shot at us as the YouTube community. A lot of people as YouTubers, we just giving our opinion and talking about what we need to be doing, and then there are very few people like you who actually like on the streets, like, like you're actually doing the actual work. You know what I mean? Now you use YouTube as a platform, but YouTube ain't just, you're not a YouTuber. You just use YouTube, and you actually in Brownsville. You're actually, in the heart of the streets, educating the kids. You're actually out there doing the work. You're actually on the ground in the battle every day. And you got to salute somebody like that, because so many people, man, are looking for social media appeal and fame, man. But you're out there putting boots to the ground, bro. You got to salute. I got to salute you.
Good looks, bro. I got a lot more work to do. Good looks, though.
I guess what I would like to know now is, as far as getting the people to help you come in and teach certain things, how do you get people that specialize in certain things to come to your program and actually educate?
Relentless marketing, promote.
The white man holding it back.
Asking people. Yo.
Hello? You there?
Yeah, we there?
Yeah, we good.
Damn you, damn.
The white man holding us back, bro.
Damn. So, what was it you asked me again?
How do you get you're talking about the getting specialized people who actually, deal in teaching the subjects. And then you said what you do is you actually market and things like that to get specialized people to come in and help.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. And so, you just got to get what you can get. This week I'm going to be looking for more people to do an hour. I want to take advantage of the YouTube, like the Google Hangouts platform. Sister Isis on my team, she's really helped introduce that, and the children have been really receptive to it. we have a lot of children that's been associated to what I'm doing because I gave out, like I said, we have IXL and we gave out different passes to that. So this week we want to really focus on getting each child their own, with the parents' guidance, their own Gmail account or email account, and having them access that Google Hangouts for the class and interact with each other and really force that network between these families that are nationwide who all have the same goals and objectives set forth, for their families. And so you taking advantage again of technologies that we have for free.
Mm-hmm.
We can do this with this. And so that's my plan. Like I use Google Hangouts with people. And I forget Google Hangouts. I use Google Docs with people all over the country to come up with documents and things that can empower our community. And so that's the purpose of it. So finding people, I just dedicated myself this year to really be able to say like, look, I did a year straight of full-time education, and yeah, it's no joke, and got to get the ball rolling, and I got to figure out. That's what made me put all of my credit repair stuff on the website because it was too overwhelming. I couldn't do, if every phone call was a half hour, you can only get 48 calls, and you're not doing that many calls in a day. So you're only dealing with so many people, and you only have so much time in a day to yourself. So you got 4 hours of call time. You're doing, how many calls. And so when I put it on the website, it made it a lot, more easy for already available for people to take advantage of the tools. However, they still want that personal side. So I don't want to limit myself by saying I'm going to focus on developing, the internet. I just want to embrace all of the tools at once. I'm doing a lot of filming this year. So that way, which one thing I see is a big issue with the school system is that they don't film their previous years, and teachers have to repeat the exact same information. And to me, the children should be watching the information. As soon as they finish that class, they should be able to go home and watch the media that the teachers taught them. They should be able to go over it, rewind it, review it, and then actually the children who's going to be coming in the next year, they should already be advised to start watching these videos so they can be prepared for the next year to speed up and expedite the process. And so that's something that I'm doing now. It's tedious, but I'm doing it as much as possible. That's why I was asking for help. Like, you're in medical school, you can run through the biology, subjects. I like nomenclature and all of this different stuff with chemistry. Like, I really forgot that. Like, I gotta go in and, I could do the cells and stuff, but yeah, the layers of the kingdom. Yeah, you know all of that stuff, bro.
Yeah, phylums and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you could do these videos and they're 5-minute videos. And then once we get the first level of them done, who knows where that could take our community. You know what I mean? Just doing that one, just getting that one library done, and the white community is doing it for themselves. And so, yeah.
Let me ask you this, because Doug wants me to ask a question. O'Shea, can you ask Q how many people we helped with credit repair at the Black Empowerment Conference last year?
That conference, I did I think it was 30 to 40 people at that one, but overall I did almost 500 people's credit.
Damn.
I got almost 400 people's data. I can damn near show right now. When I first started, I was just doing it off the phone and stuff. And I was like, all right, I got to store this data and be able to show this in the future because people ain't going to believe me and stuff. So, and that's what inspired me to do the Black Empowerment Tour, because I'm like, yo, all these people hitting me up for one interview. I can go all over the country and do this stuff. Like, it ain't nothing to do this work. Renting a car is only a couple $100 for the week. Ain't nothing to drive around and go meet people and actually talk to them and build. Like, I think we have to push that. We have to build and connect. That's why George came over here. I tell anybody that's in the movement, come see my space. I'm definitely pro-Black and hardcore. So I'm going to ask you if you police and different things when you get here. But the doors is open to you. If you want to teach a class, please come by and teach a class. If you want to help turn this into another program, please come by and help out. This is all about us coming together and empowering us to be better, and for the sake of Black empowerment, that's it.
Brother Cam was, and guys, listen, for those people who want to assist the brother QueButter, his email, do you mind me giving it out?
Yeah, QueButter. Yeah, QueButter.
QueButter@gmail.com. So we're going to help our brother, man. Like I said, brother Cam is also in Brooklyn. He was interested in building with you. So brother brother Cam, if you're still here, you can email me at planetoshay@gmail.com. Guys, I'll link you a brother QueButter, or his email is in the description. So I know. Oh, shout out to Moses. I just donated to brother the GoFundMe to support our brother's project. Brother Moses just did it and shared it on Facebook. So again, we want to support our brother, man. He's doing an awesome job, man. And like I said, people went there to his school. You know what I mean? To what he's doing. It ain't like he just, you know what I'm saying, talking that shit. People went down there. Georgia went down there, talking the talk series, drove from North Carolina to go see it, and they come back with great things to say about our brother. And so brother Cam was there in the chat. So people want to get involved with what our brother is doing. This is a young black man, just like like myself. We and brother Moses, we're trying to push our people that are doing the great things. So brother QueButter has it on lock. QueButter, QueButter @gmail.com. That's his email. Brother QueButter, is there anything else that I didn't touch on? Maybe that brother Beology will be contacting you too. Is there anything that maybe I didn't cover that you wanted to cover? Back.
1 second. My bad. What you say, Ken?
Yeah, I said is there anything that I didn't cover that you want to cover right now, or?
Yeah, my bad. Somebody keep calling my phone. Yeah, I'm on the phone. My fault, y'all, on the show. So but nah, just want to, just continue to inspire our people to wake up, inspire their blackness, and be inspired to embrace their blackness, be inspired to be yourself and push for the empowerment of your people, seek knowledge, seek wisdom, seek understanding, you know what I mean, and push black, push black all the way back until there's nothing else for anybody to run across. And the only thing they can see is that, you know what I mean? Don't worry about nobody else. We just got to do it by our own accords. Build it up, build it up, build it up. White people, if you want support, just leave the money at the door. I ain't really into shaking your hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to do what we got to do on our own. The money at the door, you know what I mean? So, like, we just do it on our own self. Go support, find a black bank to support, find a black business to support. If you're a parent, do whatever you can to inspire your child to be better. Like it's a challenge we in. We have a real strong enemy, like a real smart and strong enemy, cunning enemy, and our fight starts at home, and more than likely it's going to end at home. So we have to protect that, and so ultimately it's always about homeschooling. Like my mother taught me, like one day a teacher told her, what makes you a teacher, and she told her, I'm a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, and that's the fact. If you're a parent, you're a teacher. You're not a parent, you're still obligated because you're a constituent of the community. You're a member of the community, and so it should be in your plight and in your motives somewhere to develop your community. And education ultimately is the key to developing the community. And I don't mean some old white man degree, you know what I mean? Some cracker degree. My fault, some white degree. It's really about being able to do for self and make things out of what like that's just what it is. Like if we want to be farmers, you ain't gonna be no flat earther. You know what I mean? If you want to shoot missiles and shoot rockets, you need to know mathematics. You want to make products, you need to know polymers and chemistry and all these different things. And they're not teaching it in the schools. They're not teaching it in these basic networks that we have. And so it's up to us to really say, we need to do this. We need to really understand what we want our children and we want ourselves to know and embrace it like it's like our lives depended on it. Embrace education like our lives depended on it. Like our last breath is going to be based off of education.
My brother Moses Jenkins, who my brother from Morehouse, he graduated Negro cum laude in his year. We from the same high school, grew up together. He asked, Brother Q, can we teach a course virtually via Hangout?
Yes, he can. Please do, brother.
Okay.
Email us at the Ziax Institute. We're always looking for people on there. I wear my gold teeth, but you're more than welcome to wear your dashiki. You can wear your you can wear your suit, ties, whatever. And yeah, anybody, please, if you're willing to do it. There's no religious rhetoric. We don't do no religious rhetoric. Children just learn basic information, and not to say basic, but they learn the facts. They learn it through African eyes. They learn it through Black eyes, and they're taught through Black hands. And that's more than enough to make sure that they know that the Black excellence is going to be exemplified.
Okay. So, brother, I want to say you gave, I mean, the internet, I was the only thing, man. The white man was holding us back, bro. But you are definitely a great guest, man. You know, you're very, 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 very super bright, brother, man. You got a out of this world mind and the way that you think about things and stuff. You've even motivated me to do more. Shit, I thought I was doing something with this YouTube shit, man. And I'm seeing what you doing. I'm like, man, I ain't doing shit. But so that's you know, that's it's humbling, man. A lot of times you think you're doing something with a YouTube channel, man, till you see somebody like this doing some shit in the streets, man, and you like, oh, I need to be doing more. I need to be doing more. So brother, you just a wonderful person, man, for what you're doing. Shout out to Omega Drakes for the cause, but it's a wrap if artificial intelligence becomes sentient. What is sentient? Sentient?
It becomes, sentient, like they becomes on their own. You know what I mean? They already passed. They know, it's whatever. Artificial intelligence, man. I guess, as long as we in the field of knowing what's going on, we can build our own sentient beings if we understand what's going on. If not, we're going to be slaves to the next thing that comes around.
I never heard of that word till today. So you taught me something, brother. I didn't even know what that means. I thought you misspelled it. I was like, sentient? What the hell is that? Found out today. I'm a Z. Dr. Umar needs to give Butter some of that money. Oh, shit.
Send that bread, Umar. Send that bread, Umar.
Yeah. You got some interesting videos about Umar on your page, man. I'll be checking them out. So,
happen, man.
Omega Dreads. Hey, listen, you taught me a new word today, but I ain't ashamed to say I didn't know what that word meant. So you taught me something. You know what I mean? Never heard that word before in my life. And thanks again, brother QueButter, for coming on to the show. I mean, you really did a hell of a job, man. Breaking it down, what you're doing. So again, thank you so much, man. Any last words you have for the people?
Nah, that's about it, bro. I know I'm gonna be on your platform some more, man. I rock with your platform, so you be going in.
Man, you gotta come back, man. If you don't, I'm gonna be hounding you, bro.
Nah, I'm definitely gonna be. I'm be in the chat room rocking.
All right, fam. Thanks for coming on, man. And again, guys, see you guys probably tomorrow, man. I'm tired of y'all. Peace.
Peace.